Chicken-lickin'. We're closed, lady.
Attention Kmart shoppers.
Welcome to the Pinch of That, a Pinch of That podcast. I don't know what else to say. Hello. I'm here. Welcome to a Pinch of That podcast. There's a lot of people here. I'm never here, but I'm here today. And Martin's here too. Everyone else is here too.
The regulars.
This was filmed for a live studio audience.
The deplorables are here.
Thank you.
You just recently learned that word.
No, I knew that word because I was most deplorable in high school. There we go. Let's go.
Most deplorable in high school.
Let's pick it up.
I was the most explorable.
We're talking about...
We're talking about unpopular opinions again, and today's unpopular opinion is being emotionally detached makes your life better.
Does it? That's what we're gonna discuss.
You disagree.
Today.
Maria disagrees.
Oh, don't take a picture of me.
No. Next question.
Why do you?
Next question.
Why? I disagree. Next.
Let me give you an example.
And
is your family toxic? If you're emotionally
Yes.
attached, never speak to them again. Moving on. Boom, no problem. Bam, you're emotionally detached.
That's what you
got
call
no problem
avoiding
cutting them
your issues.
No,
That's not called
a therapist
emotional.
recommends you don't talk to toxic people because they're toxic, they're bad for you, and if they don't change,
That's different.
if they don't change, you cut them out of your life. But that's not what we're discussing
That's
today.
something completely different. Well,
No, if your family doesn't change and
It's
stop
called-
being toxic, then
you're
you cut them out
saying
of your
emotional
life.
detachment.
Yeah, so
You're
detach
meaning
your-
you're detaching your feelings.
Uh-oh.
Whereas
Turning off your
therapists
emotions.
tell you to acknowledge your feelings and work off that.
I believe
you
most,
can't work off of toxic people.
I believe
talking about
most
this?
therapists
That's not what that means.
actually tell you to set up a boundary, which is what you're doing.
Well, you're just reading off of what
That's
it's
right.
Yeah, by
one
not
person
talking
Set
to
up a
saying.
boundary. You set up a boundary.
5 seconds before
But it's
sex
different from
embrace.
being emotionally detached.
Yeah.
That's not me.
And then what's the
That
other
is
one?
Emotionally detached means that you don't accept the feelings that you have.
Yeah.
And you shove them
That's an
away
emotion.
from yourself, which only
What
causes
emotion
what.
is
Probably.
No, but
The
that still
opposite
works.
effect.
That still works.
It causes depression,
Really?
which leads
That's-
into depression.
That's a quick way of isolating yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Eventually.
Bro.
Yeah, that example still works.
Next question.
Cool, I
You've
don't
answered
remember
everything.
talking about that.
Whoa,
Guys,
Then the
guys,
other
any
ones
other
say-
opinions?
Doesn't have.
Is that how?
You have to read all the examples.
God.
There's more.
I saw this
others there.
I saw this random post, which
Martin,
was like
wait.
a like a Naruto sign thing between Sasuke and Naruto, and it was when 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 deaf people get into an argument.
Are you talking about cartoons? What's going on?
So they're just
I just thought
signing.
I thought I'd share that because I thought it was funny.
Why?
They're just signing really hard.
That's funny.
I lost it. What's going on?
Martin sidetracked us. There's another.
Okay. Yeah, this.
Did you have a bad day at work? Well, if you detach your feelings when you get home, that's not a problem anymore.
Woohoo! I got another thing now?
Yeah.
What? It's Izzy.
We acquired 3 more people. This was unexpected.
Oh my!
I gotta say hello.
Oh my goodness!
Proceed.
I told you to play the. I don't know what we were talking about. I forgot.
We're recording.
The benefits of being emotionally.
Okay, emotionally
So-
detached. You say.
Someone disagrees by saying that life would be easier, right? You hide away from that, whatever, everything, problems and pain, but it also would be boring as hell.
Boring as fuck, baby.
Because now that you're emotionally attached, you're not.
Are
you're
you-
not enjoying
are-
anything. You're not experiencing anything. You're
Right,
not living.
and also-
You're
So
not going through the roller coaster.
Are
Is
you?
this what is this just this guy's diary or something?
It sounds like
No,
Like,
it's
this probably is.
It just sounds like.
Wait a minute. Is that my diary? No.
Bro, is
But
that my writing
When you
account?
do something,
People
are
do
you
change.
as invested if
What?
you're not like emotional about it? Like if you don't have an emotional
That's,
investment, do you work as hard at it? like whether it's a new relationship or something at work, if you don't have some sort of emotional attachment and commitment to it, are you gonna work as hard on it? Are you gonna feel as fulfilled when you complete it?
Yeah, that's the problem. You're not reaching or acquiring any, literally, emotional fulfillment.
I think the actual...
No, you're doing that by detachment.
The actual problem is that
you can get things done without getting the benefit.
I'm talking about the relative accomplishment. Like, would it be better if you had that emotional stake? Like, you can complete your work, but would it be as successful, as great, as grand if you put more of your emotion and commitment to it?
Efficiency-wise, probably.
Maybe.
Because look at the...
But then you'd be like a robot.
Yeah, you wouldn't
be like if you put
robots
emotion.
Don't have emotions and they get things done just as fast.
Yeah. In faster.
But they do it as you program. They don't go the extra mile. They never go the extra mile.
You don't program them to
exactly, because they're emotionally detached. Because they only fulfill the bare minimum and they stop. They don't have that emotional stake to continue.
Exactly, so we could easily just...
What makes a human a human is the fact that they have the ability to have emotions. If not, then... Yes.
Because dogs have emotions.
Yeah, they have emotions.
Fair argument.
Relatively speaking, they're not.
Dogs can be sad, dogs can be mad, dogs can be mad, dogs can be mad.
Only a human is aware of
but they're not conscious of that.
You have to think about relative.
No, I'm gonna let her sit in my bed.
No, yes, they can.
Relatively?
No, I was talking about something else.
Okay.
What were you saying?
I forgot.
You forgot.
Yeah, where were you at? Efficiency, right?
Not only efficiency, just like
I think that's the best.
I guess your efficiency and your overall like feeling of accomplishment.
You wouldn't feel accomplished because you have detached yourself from emotion.
Yeah, exactly.
But only in the things you don't want to be, like only in the things you don't want to be. You're not emotionally detached.
That's not the problem.
Well, then that's selective. That's not like this is like
generic
statement. They're not saying
that was so it's a general statement.
And we're saying that it should be.
You could go specific with it and say, I want to be emotionally detached in these categories of my life.
But that on the opposite side, I believe you could also make the argument, you could be emotionally detached for the positive things in your life, which would destroy you and destroy your efficiency and general well-being at the same time.
So why would you do that?
The selectiveness in that makes it so that it's not...
I actually know some people who do that. Like they just destroy their lives. But they don't care.
Which is why emotional.
They don't care. They're going in and downward stuff and they don't care.
The simple solution is do it in moderation.
I
like that, right?
I like that.
That's a really safe answer.
Just like my mother.
Would you say you're emotionally detaching? Would you say you're emotionally detaching yourself when you don't care about what people think about you?
You can use that as self-care, I guess.
I don't know. What?
I would say yes, I guess, because you're like.
A lot of people care too much.
Negativity.
Oh, like your identity, like your personality, identity, or image.
Any disses towards your image, yes.
Your character.
You're just blocking out.
Depends
the
on
haters.
who it comes from.
Block out the.
Does it? Because in any case, you're taking these criticisms about yourself and detaching yourself from the situation and saying, I'm not going to be part of this. Is that emotionally detaching yourself, or is that just...
Yes,
well, because you're saying, I don't care what you think about me.
Well, let's think about
right?
it. If you don't care about what other people think, how will that affect you in the long run? You will probably make decisions and provide an image of yourself that is not going to like by many people. So you're going to cut, connections with other people. And if you're trying to do like a business or something great, you're cutting,
Depends. I would say
it depends on what you're trying to do. If you just want to be happy with yourself alone, fine. But if you want to form connections to eventually grow as a person and, as a human.
I'd say the question is, how much are you doing? Just like he said, in moderation. Because too much can lead to a state of denial and delusion. Right?
Yeah.
Because then you're just like, everybody's a hater. Everybody is X. Everybody's just not.
Yeah.
Everybody's against.
Everybody's against me. Everybody's trying to work against or
like
that kind of situation.
Acknowledge the criticism, but don't let it get too like.
That's why I said depends on who
moderation. Nah, that can't be moderation.
No, it depends on where it comes from. Because I guess for me, like, right, I have.
It's
like,
just like
I'm good with my sister and my family. So like, if criticism comes from them, I don't take it as a personal attack. I take it as like, oh, there's something that needs to be.
What's wrong with them? There's something wrong with them.
They care about
Okay.
Yeah, like it's coming from a place that they want to help. It's not coming from like, oh.
I got a question. I got a question. Like in moderation, like let's say you don't do something in moderation. What's the
Gauge.
let's say antacid of the moderation? Like let's say you don't eat spicy foods, but you have a spicy food every once in a while. What's the antacid of that? Of this situation?
Caring too much.
Caring too much? So every once in a while you gotta give a shit.
But is it in terms of like time? Like how often
analogy,
you do it?
Right? It's a bad analogy.
Because
Okay?
to a certain extent, everyone detaches. Because like if I don't know if y'all watch the news.
Exactly.
But because like if you watch the news,
but it's
I put on my hater
almost,
baby.
but it's almost always defensive, like in a defensive way. It's never like pre-planned. Like it's in the moment, like you're criticized, you're upset, so I don't care. But you do it out of like anger or like resentment or just a defensive mechanism. You don't do it because you're being emotionally intelligent and like, oh, I'm not gonna,
Well, I guess that just comes with emotional maturity.
Is that choice to emotionally detach yourself a response to an emotion?
Yes.
Yes, right? Okay, so...
It'd be a
That's
rational...
not necessarily a bad thing. Detach emotionally.
Because
if you care too much, then that just like fucks you up.
But it
too bad.
It's an investment. Like any other investment, there's risk.
Is emotional detachment just a state of shock?
It could be.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes.
I don't think so.
Like they said, like the defensive thing.
Sometimes, yeah, he's right.
Yeah, like the defensive thing.
Yeah.
You panic.
It depends on the level of emotional detachment.
It's like completely shut down. Like don't even want to talk to people.
Yeah.
But from there, you're no longer emotionally detached. Now you're scared, or
you're just
that goes
blocked.
from like there's it's like anger, and then there's like this emotion that you don't want to feel, and then emotional detachment, and then fear.
And then,
underneath that,
and then underneath that, something you want to feel, like my ass. No.
Nice.
I did like the relationship aspect that some guy was pointing out when it was like two dudes and one of them was like emotionally detached and one of them was like not emotionally attached. So they were like, they were basically I guess I read the whole thing wrong. I'm blind as shit. I'm sorry. But from what I understand, they seem like they were at parallel. One guy can handle things emotionally, and the other way they just they don't react well to emotion and stuff like that.
Well, as the saying goes...
Could you say that? What was the first thing you said?
One was emotionally detached.
Is it two dudes?
Yeah. It's two dudes.
Yeah,
My
and
partner,
one that was not emotionally detached.
I was thinking of this like there was two dudes in a porno. One was emotionally detached and one was emotionally detached.
What kind of oranges are these?
What kind of movies are you watching?
Mine are like
no, never mind. The paragraph he's talking about.
I've been on Reddit, baby. What are you talking
the first
about?
paragraph he's talking about the.
Yes.
I laughed at myself because I fucked up because I don't know what I was talking about. What the hell?
That's why they come here to listen.
My partner
to
is quite emotional, whereas I've been called a robot. Yeah.
Oh,
so. One partner was emotional and one of them was like a robot. And I was saying, like, if you look at the parallels to that, I wonder, what can we draw from that?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Let's
a serious
I like
conversation.
that, the relationship aspect.
What you can draw from that is exactly opposite track.
Like, someone should be emotional and someone should be like, okay, I'm going to stand back and, like, kind of follow what this person's doing kind of thing. Reflect off of it, I think.
It's like...
But that's an argument for
there's
biological...
that chart where it's like reflection and then like transducing, where it's like two different things. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Dude.
It's like
Okay, so
any
one person
other
was-
investment. Like if you want something like a high return, you're gonna risk more, so you're gonna be more emotionally investment. If you don't invest as much, you're not gonna get as much in return, but it's safer. You know, it's like any other investment.
True.
If you want
But
a huge return,
in
risk
in
more.
Gotta go all in.
Yeah.
in sense of what he was saying, or the description of the relationship that Xavier was talking about. It feels like in that situation, one person was more invested in the relationship than the other. So in that case, I would not.
Oh, so you're saying like you
So
should
that-
match the.
That's an unhealthy relationship.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
So like you're saying, like in terms of relationships, there should be. Shouldn't base it on yourself, but like to match the other person. Or like keep it even, because you don't want to be the one under-investing or the one over-investing compared, like relative to the other person.
I should both. From what I understand, both should be investing as much as they can to
ideally, that's ideally
to maximize the return. On,
Yeah, but that
we're talking about in like
That's how I feel
investment
sometimes.
cost effectiveness return.
That person is expressing themselves in their own way, which is poorly. Granted, but that is all they can do.
I'm just saying.
Without any assist.
Girl, you should get. Boy, you should get with somebody who can give you something better. I don't know.
But to their partner, that is perfect.
I mean,
That opposite is complementary to them.
But
it's possible.
I don't know. I don't
It
think
could
it's
be that
complimentary.
that's all they know.
I don't think it's complimentary.
It could be.
It is because we just read that.
Yeah.
But it's not.
They were complementary to each other.
But like he's saying, it's unhealthy.
Someone that's like very.
I'm not saying it's
very
not
emotional,
healthy, but
and maybe they need like a
sounds
logical decision maker.
No, I thought you were talking about like emotionally invested in the other person, emotionally attached to the other person.
Oh, then.
Because if one person is emotionally attached and the other one doesn't give a shit, like that's not healthy.
I don't think those relationships. Wait, actually, they kind of do.
They're aware that there are cons to being a robot.
What?
What?
Yeah, it runs out of battery once in a while.
Sounds like the relationship is a ticking time bomb.
Oh, what was that one question?
Well, yeah. So that's
all
marriages.
relationships.
That's all relationships because then one of y'all die.
Is it a good question?
Jesus.
I don't know the name of the
Unless you
Hell
even it
yeah,
out.
bro. Yeah.
Let's go on the same time.
That's the ultimate.
Is it better for
That's the
girl
ultimate blowing
to
up of
like
the
guy
relationship.
more, or is it better for
Hey,
the
if you're gonna have
guy
this
like
have
the
private conversations, you better share it with the mic.
I'm discussing
Yeah.
the
Gentlemen,
financial part of the podcast.
this is a group podcast, and all conversations should be
That's right.
directed towards the
My name is
microphone.
It's off topic.
Could you
No, it's
It's a
not.
good
Nothing
topic.
is
Could
off
you-
topic.
could you
No,
direct
I
it
was
towards
gonna
me?
say, do you
My name
remember
is
the
Mike.
video I sent about the guy asking if it's better for the girl to like the guy more,
Yes.
or if it's better for the guy
Nope.
to like the girl more?
The other way around.
What?
I feel like that's
guy?
biased.
Yeah,
I
no, the
thought-
girl liking him.
I think that's a stupid.
Because-
I think the witness is leading the question.
I think
Hold
that's
on.
how, like-
Hold on. Prosecutor's leading the
because
question. Sorry.
on average,
Sorry.
in average, the guy is the
Future and
pursuer,
Sorry.
and the girl is not. Usually, on average.
I guess.
Some
So,
percentage.
So-
She should like him better because it doesn't matter. The guy can show all the love, give her everything, give her all the money, give her the house, give her kids, everything, his time, his attention, and everything, right?
So you know what I
But she would still cheat and she would still do all that, so she should like him better.
I mean, can it be the other way around too?
on average,
True.
Well,
We're not talking
I
about
don't know, like the
statistics,
girl
right?
can do that too, and then the guy gets to still cheat. I don't know. Like I feel like it go both ways.
That's a
But-
good
Yeah, but in this case, the
And not-
women would get the kids.
Unless she's a bad mom and she's just like, I don't want them kids.
80%
Those
of marriages are
kids.
initiated by the female.
You know what's crazy though? In those
80% of marriages are initiated by the female.
Like they.
80% of all divorces. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh, I said marriages. Sorry.
Yeah.
80% of all divorces are started by the female.
Thank you.
And there's more. The divorce rate is higher on lesbian couples compared to gay couples.
And 80%.
So
Good
the female side is the pickier side. So if you want the stable relationship, you want the woman to like the man more than the man.
So
likes
in
the woman.
conclusion, go gay.
Maybe you want that. I don't know.
Holy
I
fuck!
like that one.
Okay, I'm here for
That's
that.
a good damn conclusion, baby.
But yeah, that's the
If you're a
stats.
guy.
Yeah, y'all can keep all this
What?
voices and
You
whatnot.
expect me to change my declaration of yay?
But yeah.
Now we have that as sound. Just
No,
like
I mean, there's
that
I guess
to
arguments for both sides, no?
No, there's arguments to both sides,
Yeah.
but
What's that?
it's weighed towards the woman
Yeah,
because of the cons.
Her look,
It's
Look,
something
a guy's-
that, you know?
look. A guy's money is his money, and her money is her money. Usually, on average.
When can a-
Not if you're a feminist.
Not unless you have a prenup.
Or a prenup.
No, even then.
No, I thought the point of a prenup was
It's
like,
like that's
I
only
get to keep my money. If
that
I
that's
get
only
divorced.
that's
Yeah,
only
you keep-
executed
you
after
keep
the
what you
divorce,
give
but
it
during the
Yeah.
relationship.
What if I
Yeah.
trust the girl, Ricardo? I don't
The
even
on
know.
average, the guy.
Well, there's your first mistake.
There you
Trust
go.
her.
That's your first
Will
Uh,
share their
trust
money
me.
with the
First mistake was dating the girl.
Oh.
What happened?
You know what's crazy about those
Where did that come from?
situations?
Why are we
Whenever
Everyone
people
either be
divorce,
gay or asexual.
is that whenever the house goes to the woman.
It's time we
right?
start dating
You know,
robots.
let's say the house goes to the
I already
woman,
picked out an
they
anime
still have to
girl
pay taxes
off
on
this
that,
website.
Yeah.
which is insane. They have to sell the house.
What
Yeah.
the fuck is this shit?
In most
Ricardo?
cases, they have to sell the house.
Yeah.
Are we still?
What's your argument?
So they have to sell the house, and you don't live in
Is
the
this
house
still
that you
live? Are we
actually
live
want.
streaming right now? Can I
You're
see a bad movie?
assessed both in taxes and in the sale of the house, and then you have to go down to a lower house,
I want to see you lose.
I agree. Marriage sucks.
which is crazy.
Wait, are we talking about marriage? I thought we were talking about.
I'm just saying that.
None of these pictures are bad.
He said that she keeps the kids, but she keeps the kids.
She
and
gets
the
everything.
house.
She gets everything.
She keeps the kids and the house that
You know-
she can't afford,
you know
that she
what's messed
can't
up?
pay for.
I found.
Seems like it can be like a weird deal.
I found
And you're
somewhere.
playing alimony.
Wait. I found somewhere that
And
even
I'm playing
if you-
trombone.
if you find out later on that the kid is not
Where's, like,
yours,
this picture?
you still have to pay child support. Even
Yes.
if you find out but through DNA that the kid was never your kid, you're still forced by law to
Yes.
pay child support.
So it's the law's fault. It's the judicial system.
It sounds like there's a lot of passion and
And
bias.
who was it?
Who was that initiated by?
White men. And who was white man
80% of
created by?
divorces initiated by
women. Just like,
Actually, Adam paid for shit.
pretty
You don't
good
want to
bit.
see on property taxes
That's a good bit.
and income taxes, health insurance,
Oh, I'm so
and all this
sorry.
benefits.
90% of eye injuries
Didn't
are started
reach.
by Cameron.
Where's the movie?
What
at?
was the topic with this? Like, if it's
In-
better.
That should go.
Conclusion.
In conclusion, we don't know.
Being emotionally detached.
No, we were not on that topic. We were
Yes.
talking about like who
Well, we were
should
on that
like
topic
the.
at first.
Well, like,
The
it sort of
original
leads
topic.
I'm
In
done with that topic. It's in
conclusion-
the past. Talk about the future.
It depends.
Being emotionally detached
Is an
depends.
It depends. Obviously, there's no one
There's
solution
too many
to.
factors.
Just do it
This is
in
too
moderation.
complicated.
But in the long
Which is why
term,
you shouldn't like
Say okay. Let's say this.
generalize
Let's say
it
this.
into
Just
one
live
thing.
your life.
Let's end with this. You should be able to do both.
That's gonna be like the overall.
Yeah.
thing
No, but
of
in the
all
long
these
term,
videos.
everything.
It's just
And
fucking live your
logically,
life, man.
I'm good. I don't listen to relationship advice on Reddit.
You should be able to do both, but do it with moderation, whatever you choose. That should be the
Just live your
conclusion.
life, man.
You should be able to be emotionally attached and detached, and be able to alternate
Life
between
is
the
shit,
two
and then you
as
die.
it is needed.
Basically.
Do what makes you
Next.
happy.
I agree.
Well, I guess if you're
He's
emotionally
a
attached, you
snake.
don't feel happy.
Yeah.
But still.
Next topic. I'm using my hands a lot. I don't know.
Here's a good topic to talk about.
Abortion.
You know,
Oh, okay.
The-
You
Go for that one, the NSFW
No.
one.
I think I know
I
why.
wasn't even pointing at that.
Then leave more to the
Oh
imagination.
wait, okay. It depends on the
That-
sex scene. You know,
Usually.
It depends.
There-
it really
I'm
does
telling
depend.
you, it's an overarching
They
thing.
always
It's
talk
not like
about unnecessary sex scenes, but where's the necessary sex
I
scenes?
wonder, you know what? I wonder if TV
Talk about,
sex scenes are better
the
because
Teletubbies.
of like the
Whoa.
emotional journey.
I shouldn't have to
that
tip
the
at every
characters go
establishment.
through, so you feel the emotional journey with them.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know
it's
about
like
that.
we'll take you on an emotional journey next time, as we shouldn't have to tip at every establishment.
Oh, yeah. This is emotionally detached. Not your man, Randy Savage. Wishing you a blah day. Oh!
I need an
The
adult.
emotion is coming back! Oh! Oh! Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I
Snap
really,
into this
Oh my god, Martin.
episode coming right up.
I really need an adult right now.